Hi everyone, I am here to explain the implementation of stack in Python. So for this program, the prior assumption that I make is you are all familiar with the operations of stack and what is a stack and what is the nature of stack, etc. Okay, so with that assumption, I am proceeding. If you are not familiar with the stack operations, you can refer to my other videos where you can get fundamentals of stacks and its operations. So to implement stack in Python, I assume stack as a list. Initially, I consider an empty list. That means there are no elements in the stack. Then the nature of Python list is the maximum size is not defined and it depends on the system architecture. So that's why we need not implement whether the stack is full or not checking in stack operations program. So why we need not check that is the stack can grow up to the size that the system allows. That is the flexibility we have in Python. Suppose depending on the context, if you want to restrict the size of the stack, then you can check whether the length of the stack is exceeding certain value or not while insertion. So such things you can do depending on the context. But in general, we need not check that stack full or not in Python. Why? Because it allows the list to grow up to the size that the system allows. Okay, so with that, with those assumptions, we will proceed with, and I am assuming stack as empty initially. Then what are the operations we can perform on the stack? We can perform push. Push is nothing but inserting a new element into the stack. Then the next operation that we can perform is pop. Pop is nothing but deleting an existing element. Existing in the sense deleting the topmost element from the stack. Then peek. Peek is like getting the topmost element. Getting the topmost element of the stack. Then display is nothing but displaying the contents of the stack. Then the last option I would like to consider is exit. So these are the menu options that we will consider for stack. What is the first one? Push. Second one, pop. Third one, peek. Fourth one, display. And fifth one, exit. Okay. Now we can take the option or we can take the choice from the user. Int input, enter your choice. Suppose if choice is 1, what is that we can do? We have to perform push operation. In Python, especially using Python lists, performing stack operations is quite easy. Why? Because the list supports two operations, append and pop, which are very much helpful to implement stack using list. We are going to exploit those append and pop functions of list to work with stack. If ch equal to 1, that means choice is 1, we need to read the element to be inserted from the user. Int input, enter the element. We read the element and then we will insert that element onto the stack. So to insert an element onto the stack, what is the operation that is helpful from the lists? Append. X. Yes. Here I am not checking whether the stack is full or not. Why? Because the Python lists are so flexible that the maximum size of the list depends on the system architecture. there is no upper limit until the system allows the list to take elements. Okay, so that's why I am not checking this stack full or not condition here. So depending on the context, suppose if one application requires only to store 10 elements at maximum, then we have to check whether the length of the stack exceeds 10 or not every time before inserting. Okay, so here I am not using stack full, whether the stack is full or not condition, and I am directly inserting. Why? Because the list allows that. Next one, elif ch equal to 2. What does this mean? The choice is 2 means we have to delete an element from the stack. So for this one I have to check whether any element is present in the list or not. That is minimum thing we have to do. So this is called checking whether the stack is empty or not. That can be done in Python like if st. If st means if there is at least one element in the stack, this condition will be true. Then you can perform deletion. What is that deletion? There is one function available in Python lists by name pop, which will delete the last element from the list. So with the help of that pop, I am going to perform this pop operation in Python. Now done. Else, if the stack is not there, I mean if stack elements are not there and we would like to perform deletion, then what is the message to be displayed? Stack empty. Next, elif ch equal to 3. If choice is 3, then what is the operation to be performed? Peek. For this also we have to check whether there are any elements present in the stack or not. Print st minus 1. What does this minus 1 indicates? This is first index from end. This is allowed in Python lists. So we will get the topmost element like this. Else print stack empty. Got it? Now elif ch equal to 3. What does this mean? Sorry, 3 already taken, ch equal to 4. What does this mean? 4 means display. Here also we will check whether there are any elements present in the stack or not. If elements are there in the stack, then only we can attempt to display the elements. For I in range len of s, you can display the list at once like print st, or you can display element by element like this. Print, this is st. Print st of I, comma. If you leave it as it is, each and every element will be printed in a new line. So to avoid that, I am giving end equal to space. Now, if elements are there in the stack, this is what it has to happen. Otherwise, display stack empty. Okay. Now, what is the last option we have? I can check whether the condition or whether the choice is equal to 5 or not, or I can simply write else. If all these 4 are not the choices, that would be 5. Actually, you can give any number for this one to exit, not only 5. If you want to strictly make it when the choice is 5, then only it has to exit. You can check elif ch equal to 5. So here I am not doing that. Just break. As it is not a function, we need not return or exit. Just simply break will also. Sorry, I am using break, but I am not using any loop statement here. My intention here is like, if you do not use any loop statement for this one, what will happen? The menu will be displayed only once and you can carry out any one of the operations when you execute the program. Suppose you would like to exercise with various options in a cyclical manner, then the better option is put all this in while loop. While, that too unconditional while loop. While true. Shift all these to be part of while loop. That means we have to indent them. Tab, tab, just move them by one tab space. Okay. So I think you understood why I am putting all these statements in a while loop. To work with the menu options again and again. If I do not put them in while, what will happen? It will, the menu options will be displayed only once, and we can work with only one option. So for that reason I am putting everything in while statement, and I am using break to exit from the menu options. This will work until I press until I choose the option as 5. This will repeat. We can exercise with different menu options. So let us have a look at the code once again. What did I write? First I assumed the stack as empty. What is the fundamental assumption I am making here? You know that what is a stack, what are the operations that can be performed on stack, and what is the nature of stack. Okay, so with that assumption I am moving ahead. Initially I am taking stack as empty list. Then while true means this is unconditional true. That means without checking any condition, it will, the control will get into the loop. Then print, this is display of menu options. Without this statement also you can assume when choice is one, like that, but it will be so meaningful if we write it. It also increases the readability of the code. Then if choice equal to 1, enter the element to be inserted. Then append, we are going to exploit the append function of the list to work as push operation in stack. Next, choice equal to 2. So beforehand what we will do here is we will check whether there are any elements present in the stack or not. If there are no elements in the stack, performing this pop operation will result in an error, and we don't want that to happen. So to make it meaningful, first we will check whether there are any contents present in the stack, then only we will attempt to pop. Otherwise, display the message like stack empty. Then when choice is 3, what is the operation to be performed? When choice is 3, what is the operation to be performed? Peek operation. So peek is nothing but getting the topmost element. Getting the topmost element. Just a minute, I am not able to move this. Yeah. Now I am able to scroll down this. Yeah. Choice equal to 3 means peek. So for this also, first you need to check whether the stack, whether there are any elements present in stack. So if there are any elements, at least one element, then only we can perform this operation. Otherwise, display stack empty. When choice is 4, this is to display the contents of the stack. For this also you have to check whether stack is, whether there are any elements in the stack or not. For I in range len of st, then print elements one by one separated by space. Otherwise display stack empty. If all these 4 options are not given and anything else is given including 5, we have to exit from the menu. So this is the code. Let me run this and let us exercise with various options. Yes, the menu is displayed in a beautiful manner. Now I know what is to be done here. So it is very clear. So first I can choose choice 1, which is nothing but push operation. Then it will ask for what is the element to be inserted. Then let me give some 20. Then it is, so that 20 is taken and it is put in the stack. I would like to exercise with one more push operation. This time I will give 40. Next, I would like to know what are the contents of this stack. For that one, what is the option I can give? 4. Yes. After this one, you see 20 and 40 are displayed and again the menu is displayed. Why the menu is displayed again and it is allowing to give choice? It is put in while statement, unconditional while statement. This will happen until I choose the option 5. Then this time I will give pop 2. So that deletion is done. I can check with display operation 4. You see 40 is deleted. 40 is the topmost element that is deleted and only 20 is present in the stack now. Now if I give peak, what is that to be displayed? 20 is to be displayed. Why? Because 20 is the topmost element. Now I will perform deletion again to that 20 will also go off. Now I will give the choice 3. I should get stack empty message. Why? Because that 20 is also deleted by pop operation. No elements, I cannot get the topmost element. Stack empty. Yes. Suppose without performing any operation, if I directly give display, then if this contents are not there in stack, then it must display stack empty. So that's why we have checked whether there are certain elements in the stack or not first, and then we have performed pop operation, peek, and then display. For insertion, deliberately I didn't check stack full or not. Why? Because in the Python list allows the list to grow until the system allows it. Okay, so that's why I didn't exercise that condition. Then if the context demands or if the problem demands, we can add that condition also. Now for now I will give 5 exit. This will bring the control out of the loop. Yes, it is done. Okay, so this is the menu driven program to perform stack operations. I will add the comment here. What is this one? Menu driven program to perform stack operations. This is using list. Okay, so I hope you understood this program and you can practice on your own. If you would like to have the program, you can pause the video in between and you can look at the code keenly and try to understand this one. Okay, thank you.